that we're all coming to warmer with something. Okay, this is us, and everything that we bring with us. So, what are some of the things that people are bringing to warmer from their lives?
Superpowers.
Superpowers.
Curiosity.
Dreams.
Dreams.
Habits.
Habits.
Desire to share.
Desire to share. There's also
Perceptions.
share. This is all in the context too of an environmental crisis.
Yeah. Pain.
Fear, pain, fear, love,
Your lifetime resources.
lifetime resources. So there's tons of things that we're bringing to warmer. We're all very complex individuals with relationships, with a background, with different genders, different ages, different
Experiences.
different experiences. Exactly. And so what we're the way I see this is that from here we're plugging all of this in to warmer. Tanya and whoever else went into designing warmer to begin with was wise enough to begin with the question, given us in staring down the barrel of an environmental catastrophe, how do we, or you, feel? We explore that question through playback theater, through human sculpting, through systems games, through all of the forms that we've been looking at in the last year. And out of this complex, messy thing, we distill it down to feelings. Something kind of core to us all. And then you're, again, wise enough to ask, how do you want to live? From that, we discover, within this question is actually a number of other questions. Obviously, through our work, through our interactions, through our relationships, through learning about each other and ourselves, we learn what's possible. And through what's possible, we again explore in all of these different forms. What do we want? What do we really want? And having just this core to ourselves, minusing or with this, there's a lot of confusion, right? And distilling it down to feelings, I feel like we're better able to answer what do we want, at least ask. And then obviously, how do you get? What are some of the things that you've experienced with warmer that's possible to you now that you may not have thought was possible before?
Capacity to build relationships with people.
Like emerging collaboration.
So what's possible is an emerging collaboration.
We quantify that to say emergent collaboration too. Emergent. It comes naturally, it comes out of the structure itself.
Emergent collaboration. Environment, socially, what's possible now? What opportunities are you seeing now that you weren't seeing before?
At this stage, there's also the possibility to understand our feelings better, and say just in that basic stage,
to understand
have
ourselves.
a clarity around our feelings.
Understand.
In the last box, which we haven't gotten to yet, but there have been other questions that we've asked ourselves that haven't been the core questions, but have kept reoccurring. I think some of them are maybe in our guiding principles and some of them aren't. And I think they're ones that pass all this through a systems lens, or a systems filter. So seeing things in terms of systems, like we work with permaculture principles like the ecotone, and how do you, with the least amount of effort, create the most impact like you want in the system. So and the systems diagrams of the living room context, and seeing how we can generate a creative, collaborative context, or we can generate one which spirals into blame and just is destructive.
Right.
And
that's probably built into this another box, exactly. And so that raises a good point about this. Is that this is just what's kind of emerged for me in my mind about how Warmer is kind of structured for me, or how I see it working. It's not, like you said yesterday, it's not the be-all, end-all. Neither is this the be-all, end-all. But I feel like it gives us to see a diagram, or to see a way that it may be working, gives us a better orientation for what's going on, and so then we're better able to make decisions about what we can do next, how we can plan sessions ahead, or how we can plan the current session, or how we can reach out to individuals outside of Warmer. Because if we understand sort of how it works, then we have a better wisdom of who to bring in, how to bring them in, and what they can achieve with an exposure or with collaboration. Continue on with what I thought was within Warmer, and I'd love to get your input too on what you think is there too, and how it functions, and sort of what's happening or how it's working. So what I feel like comes out of the question, how do you want to live? After looking at, seeing what's possible and what we want, and reflecting on how we might actually do that, is values, principles, intentions, purposes. All things that I feel like were deep belief. I kind of like that one because I feel like coming here week after week and speaking with you guys who have the same feelings that often I do about what's going on in the world. It gives me a deep belief or conviction about what it is I'm feeling and what it is I want to do to affect change. I feel like that's being plugged into another box, or at least the box that I would like to see developed some, is conditions of empowerment, context. We have support, reinforcement, leadership, enablers. And we have resources and a network within one another. And so with these values and principles and intentions that have been reflected on from this original mess, we're able to create actions in the community, in others' lives, in others' relationships outside of Warmer that affect change on what was actually there. And of course, it's a cycle because you affect change on it, but then your feelings will likely change.